Hi everyone, this is Kelly Bailey from Bailey Rose and Company. Today is Monday Motivation. We pushed it back one day for President's Day, so hope you don't mind. But anyway, I wanted to talk with you today. Our topic for the day is your inner voice. And I wanted to bring that up because it was something I was actually struggling with in the last week, and I wondered if anyone else thought about it too. So everything is like going along really great, and then for whatever reason there's something inside of you, and it's like I call it inner voice, like that devil on your shoulder that's like, no, you're not going to be successful. No, you're not in really good shape. No, you should feel really bad about yourself because you just ate a slice of cake or whatever it is. Mine was because I had been so sick and I had not been exercising, and it just like I had no energy to even get back up on exercising. And then after the whole thing, it was like catching up on everything else, and so like that wasn't my first priority. It was like getting everything else caught up, like laundry and all the stuff for the kids and not me, right? And so my little inner voice was all of a sudden like, see, you didn't work out for 3 weeks and now you're just not looking that great. And every time I would go to work out, my little inner voice would be like, you don't really have any energy. You weren't doing what you should be doing. And I was like getting mad at myself. I really was. I was like, I didn't want to like stand in front of the mirror for a couple of days. I was like, and I have one mirror in my house that I call like the mean mirror because of the way that it's on the wall. It's like leaning against the wall. It makes you appear larger than you actually really are. And so I was like, my mean mirror was playing tricks on me and my head was like not in the right place. And so I just started to get mad at myself. And for whatever reason, I was like, oh my gosh, I just feel like eating peanut butter and jelly every day. That's like my vice. And that's what happened. And then I just like got in this little rut, and it was all started with this dang inner voice, you guys. And sometimes our inner voice can be really awesome. And our inner voice is saying wonderful things to you. And that's like your inner voice that you're like, yeah, that's right. Like, that's awesome. And then you have this like mean little inner voice that all of a sudden just comes out of nowhere. And it's like your nasty, bitchy friend, right? It's like that friend, like not a friend, right? Like you are like, wow, I thought that person was my friend, but now they're just a nasty bitch. And that's what happens. Like all of a sudden out of nowhere. I'm going to throw a little shout out to a good friend of mine, Jean South, and I'm going to tag her in this below because she's awesome. And this really came from a conversation I had with her last week. And I loved the idea that she came up with, which is the one I'm going to share with you guys right now. So that inner voice that you guys have, that's like your awesome inner voice, your positive inner voice, the one that you work on really hard, the one where you're like, everything is right. Like you gotta give your love to that inner voice, right, guys? But when you get your nasty bitch inner voice, I think you should name it. And that's the idea that I love. Like name it something that you can talk about with your friends and be like, I don't know, what am I gonna name my inner voice? I'm kind of laughing now because the first thing that came to my mind as I was thinking about it, and I didn't think about it before I got on here, was Eleanor. And I'm laughing because it's my grandmother's name and she's not at all mean like that. But I guess maybe sometimes she had her moments on little things that she shared and speak to her mind like our grandmas sometimes do. So maybe that's why it came to my mind. I have no idea. But there you go. I am going to just go ahead and name my inner voice Eleanor. Because sometimes I do say, like, if my mom says something a little nasty back to me, I say, like, Eleanor, because it's her mom, right? So I'm going to say the same thing. Like, sometimes maybe I say something that's, like, a little judgy, but you, like, say it to yourself, right? Like, if someone else said that to you, you would probably, like, defend yourself or get angry. I mean, I say it to my kids all the time. Like, if someone's not nice to you, then I don't tell them to be mean, but I tell them to stick up for themselves. And I want you to do the same thing. So, like, name that inner voice, name that person that's not being nice to you. Again, I'm going to name mine Eleanor today. So everyone write in the comments right now what you're naming your bitchy inner voice, right? And like give it back to your inner voice. When that Eleanor or whoever gets in your face or gets in your mind and tells you stuff that you know is not right, you tell her, or you talk with a friend and you like tell her this, and you tell her like, Eleanor is really getting on my case today. Like I'm like, Eleanor, I don't know what's going on with her today, but you know, she needs a little slap. She needs a wine. She needs to get some, whatever it is. Like she's in a bad mood, people. And throw it out there and just say, man, you're nasty, and I'm not going to take this anymore, because you wouldn't take it, and you wouldn't want anyone else in your life to take stuff like that either, right? So call it out. And I feel like that's just going to help you. I mean, I know that being positive and being motivated, it's a daily thing, you guys. It's not like it just happens and you're like, oh man, it's like everything's amazing. It doesn't. It's a daily thing. Like sometimes things get you down. It could be, I mean, I know some people believe in like the moons and all the things happening right now and how that can affect your behavior. Hey, I'm not doubting it whatsoever. That could be it, right? There could be something going on that is just that's happening. There could be something in your life that's getting you down. So I'm not saying that this is like it happens every day. It's something you have to work at, which is why if you name that person, if you name what's going on inside of you that is getting you down, then you're like calling it out and you're making sure that it doesn't keep happening. And some days when that person rages up inside of you, you can then say like, get off my back, Eleanor, get out of here. I'm not going to take it today. And I think it's actually going to make for, if you ever do go out with your girlfriends, it's going to make for a funny conversation. So, all right, you guys, put in the comments what you've named your inner voice today. Jean South, thumbs up for this awesome idea. And you guys keep motivated out there. Please feel free to share this video. And I'm actually, I'm sorry, I totally forgot the news. Bailey Rose and Company has created a YouTube channel. We're just starting by putting in our Monday motivation videos to get us started. So I'm going to include that link down there. If you want to catch up on any past Monday motivation videos, we're going to be putting them in this week. And then we're going to start adding in some other fun stuff that has to do with beauty, lifestyle, and our Monday motivation and our health tips. I mean, there's a ton of stuff that we have going on in our heads that we just want to get out there and share with you guys. If there's any other ideas that you have, please let me know. But hope you all have a wonderful rest of the afternoon and keep motivated. Bye, guys.